Joining us tonight is Acting Customs and Border Protection Commissioner Mark Morgan. Mark, great to have you with us. And let me start with Senator Lindsey Graham speaking for the president as if he had offered 1.8 million DACA recipients a deal, and he forgot to tell everyone that that was contingent upon $25 billion in the president's offer from 2018 for $25 billion for the border wall. Did you find that a material omission on the part of the senator, who otherwise I'm sure is extraordinarily careful with his words?
Well, Lou, I'm not going to
Oh, sure you are. Come on. Mark, we've known each other a long time. It's just you and me.
We have, and that's exactly why, as a commissioner of CBP, I'm not going to weigh in on the political aspects of the conversation between the senator and the president. But, Lou, what we have talked about before, you and I, is that what as a commissioner, representing the men and women of CBP, what we need Congress to do is get off the sidelines and pass a couple of pieces of legislation that will actually address this crisis. That's what we need them to do.
How soon do you think that would happen?
I'm not going to hold my breath.
Well, I will say this to you, good try, and you and I both know that the left in this country is just as out of its mind as it could possibly be. Let's turn to what is going on at that border right now, and that is more illegal immigrants moving toward the border, fewer getting through. Your thoughts?
So I think right now, what we've seen in the past couple of months, Lou, and this is what we're trying to get out there, is now, because of this president's strategy, and Lou, you know me, I'm a law enforcement career professional. So I'm just telling American
people. And a great American,
fact.
I might add.
Well, I appreciate that, Lou. But I tell you, this president's strategy has given us more tools on our toolbox than we've ever had. For the last 5 months, we've actually been removing more illegal aliens than we've been apprehending. Since the height in May to this past January, we have dramatically reduced those number of people that we were just releasing in the United States. We've dramatically reduced, almost all but ended catch and release. And that's because of this president's initiatives and this president's tools that he's provided us.
You know, I think back to it and the ignorant remark by Senator Graham about the offer that the president made about DACA, if the Democrats would give him the $25 billion. This is the same guy who worked with under the McCain-Kennedy legislation of 2006, in which they basically blew away the Republican. Basically, they did it. With comprehensive immigration reform, they destroyed the Republican control of the House and the Senate in 2006 because of the Romney, excuse me, it wasn't the Romney, it was the McCain-Kennedy bill. And now, because of Romney-like rhinos like Lindsey Graham, they would destroy this presidency and this Senate held by Republicans and forfeit the opportunity to take control of the House. It's just stunning to me when this president has already, using tariffs, created, for the first time, cooperation with the Mexican government in securing that border. For the first time, achieving real border security.
That's right, Lou. And I tell you, as a commissioner, what I'm concerned about is any deal that is done, we have to be careful that we're not going to undo exactly what the president has done. We're absolutely worried that if we don't do this the right way, we're going to send the wrong message to the migrants, and we're going to create another surge. Congress needs to be very careful about any agreement that they push forward.
Well, Mark Morgan, it's always good to have you with us. Congratulations. Keep it going. America is deeply appreciative. Thank you very much.